Subar, our manager, always says that celebrations aren't just for fun, but that they should also be occasions for reflection and review. But no one remembers that once the celebration starts, it's not like he can't also have some fun himself. We've been to a lot of festivals during our adventures. Will your celebration also have lots of yummy food and drinks? Of course, we always do lots of eating, toasting, and gift exchanging. We try really hard to show our appreciation for everyone. So, we'll need to bring a present. Don't tell me you were planning to freeload. No way. Treat others how you want to be treated, right? Paimon already has a great gift in mind. But maybe you could lend Paimon some more first. It's fine. No need to stress, Paimon. You can come, present or not. The gift exchange is just to make the celebration more entertaining. You two being there would be the best gift of all. It'll also be a good time to introduce you to the rest of the theater. Speaking of, since we last met her in her dream, many more things have happened. Is something up? Did you run into any trouble after your dance? You mean when I danced at the square right in front of the academia? Not a single person came after me. I left really easily. After that, no one came to the theater to scold me, either. We actually gained many new customers, and they were all academia students. From what I can tell, in the past, if a student were to put off their studies to watch a show or dance, they'd be called foolish and irresponsible. But now, it seems like this attitude is changing. People are starting to believe that engaging with the arts can help them balance their moods, and through that, improve their research efficiency at work. Anyway, it seems like people have to personally experience something to gain a good understanding of it. They should thank us for opening their eyes. Hopefully, they'll appreciate the arts more. That'll probably take some time. They're still droning on about experimentation and proof. Will they really gain more appreciation for the arts if they continue to think of everything like that? Anyway, all that aside, are you thinking about coming to our event? Paimon thinks it'll be a great time. What do you think, traveler? Yeah, it sounds like fun. Alright, then let's head to the theater. Sorry. My apologies. Oh my god, what was that? My body is not feeling great. As you heard from the sneeze and kind of terrifying sound that just occurred. Yes, Mr. Judd. Do you still have any food that's ready to go? Of course I do. I've heard that the Zubair Theater is hosting a celebration event, so I reserved some food for you in advance. Although, it looks like you're gonna need 2 more portions. Please allow me to introduce them. This is Alishanana, a very experienced adventurer. And this is Paimon, her super reliable guide and helper. No, Paimon is. Hold on, she got it completely right. Look, Alishanana, she introduced Paimon correctly. Truly a most rare occurrence. Don't underestimate nilou. She always remembers every last little detail about everyone, even if it sounds completely trivial. She's also very brave. Just a little while ago, she saved my precious spices from the jaws of a super beast. Don't think anything of it. I just help out when I can because everyone else takes such good care of me. Anyway, sorry to get off topic. We're in a bit of a hurry. Mr. Jit, did you say you don't have enough reserve? Whoa. It's like I've never read before. Mr. Jit, did you say you didn't reserve enough food? I was joking. Anyone who runs a business knows to keep some extra stock. After all, orders get changed all the time. Oh, that reminds me. It seems like these friends of yours aren't from here. Have they ever tried any delicious tachin? What's that? Oh, what a fantastic idea. Mr. Jid, did you bake a batch recently? Tachin is a mixture of rice and meat that's baked into a cake-like shape. Mr. Jute adds special spices into his. Its aroma is just so wonderfully delicious. If you ever see kids crowding all around Mr. Jute's place, you know he's baking up a storm. But is it really just for the kids? Don't you often follow them in too? I just can't help myself. For 2 peas in a pod, who doesn't enjoy some good food? Wait here, I'll bring some over. Everyone enjoys piping hot touching together. Wow, what a dish. It's sweet and sour and full of deliciousness. Paimon can't eat it fast enough. Typical Paimon. No matter how many times I eat it, it's still so delicious. I wouldn't have offered it as a treat if I wasn't confident in the taste. I baked a lot just now, and it's all packaged and ready for you to take back to the theater. You made so much. Is it really okay to take them all? It was nothing. Making 1 serving or 100 servings is the same to me. If anything, I should be the one thanking you for helping me clear my inventory. We should pay you, at least. Don't worry about it. What kind of person would I be if I made you pay for a treat? Make sure you got everything. Feel free to come back anytime. How sweet. Okay. Oh my gosh, wait, we got a serving of it. said that some suitor bees ate his spaces. Were they yours? Oh, yeah, really sorry about that. Nilou, if it weren't for you, I would have lost half my profits that month. Trying to pull anything out of a suitor bee's mouth is like playing a game of tug-of-war. So they really do eat anything, huh? At least they work after eating. What's that supposed to mean? Come now. You know, suitor bees sometimes eat not because they're hungry, but because they like gnawing on things. The textiles you ordered are highly durable and woven from the finest thread. So, even if a suitor bee got snacky, I'd have to jump on it for a full day. You've tested this before. But of course, how else could I be so trustworthy? Well, that one time was an accident. I wouldn't dare experiment with such a precious product. True, it does sound like some good fabric. Oh, have I piqued your interest? If you want to buy some, now's a good time. Buy 2 bolts and get 20% off. Oh, that's a pretty good discount. What do you think, Alicia and Anna? No thanks, Mr. Abshin. You can't use that kind of tactic on her. Look, you've already gather some of these to the event to give it a more celebratory feel. Wow, it's beautiful. Did you make it? Parrot did most of the work. What a surprise, eh? He actually knows a lot about crafts. That is pretty surprising. Hey, why can't I have a little side hobby? I worked really hard on that. I know. I watched you make it. I wasn't making fun of you. Alright, why don't you also try some on? We've got wreaths in your size. It fits perfectly. They're so pretty. Is there one that Paimon can wear? Unfortunately, we already gave out all the child-sized ones. I wasn't expecting the theater to invite such a fascinating guest. Fascinating. That sounds kinda weird, but Paimon will let it slide. Oh, you all sure got a lot of stuff there. Let me help you carry some. I'm a porter by trade, so this is what I'm best at. That'd be great, please, and thank you. Weren't you going to help out? But we have a pro now. Thanks for the help, Mr. Barrot, but let me make one thing clear first. Don't try to ask about what's in the new show. Otherwise, I may not be able to hold back Mr. Zubair this time. You're so obvious that even nilou saw right through you. Shut it. Fine. It's not like I want to get on his bad side either. Including Shang's things. Though, we'll each need to carry a box if we want to move everything in one trip. Even my strength has its limits. Paimon looks like she doesn't want to, so I'll carry a little extra. Although I may not appear super strong at first glance, I actually do a lot of strength training on the regular. Strength and balance are both really important for a dancer. No, let Paimon. Paimon will help carry things. The traveler's right. Paimon shouldn't reload. Alright, let me take a sip of water for my poor throat. Hello. Oh, and of course, as I bring my mic back to my face, I need to sneeze. Phew, that sure was a lot of stuff. Looking forward to the event later. Thank you, Mr. Barrot. Thank you, Superman. Thank you, Paimon. Phew, Paimon's definitely going to eat it all back later. Alright, I'll leave you all to it. See ya. Good thing we had Mr. Barrot with us, or else that would have taken way longer. The atmosphere here is so nice. Is everyone So it makes no difference whether you answer or not. Is it a tangible manifestation of human sentiments? So that's what you think. Unremarkable, better than an average person thoughts, but nothing exceptional. Is art a product that we create and bring forth, or is it a naturally existing resource? I, for one, believe it to be the latter. Paimon doesn't follow. I've been staying here for a long time. On occasion, I'd assist them in penning lines of dialogue, but most of the time, I just stand back and watch. I prefer to abstain from writing, as it spoils the viewing experience. The existence of the theater, of nilou, and of humanity itself, all of these can be considered as forms of art. It is not some intangible construction beyond the horizon. How does this have anything to do with us? Let me ask you this. What do you think is the meaning of art? To serve as an answer to your questions. I suppose that question was a little too difficult for you. To chance upon a spark of inspiration, I have been closely observing you. The players on the stage and those watching in the audience. Art is already all around us. Okay, definitely a unique conversation. Hello. What? Who are you? You can't just go on the stage as you please. Relax. We're here with nilou. I see. Sorry for my overreaction. I'm just, making a prop. No time for chit-chat. Is that embroidery? No. Well, yes, but not really. It's a prop. It's just, some fabric. An ordinary piece of fabric that will be used in a show. Sorry, I really do need to focus and start working on it. We won't disturb you then. What an oddball. Is prop making something to be that jumpy about? Oh well, it's none of our business. Alright, and our final conversation. Hey there, I saw you do helping nilou moves and stuff. Are you two also here for the celebration event? You got it. My name is Ricard. Nausea and I are this theater's prop engineers. I also help out with some other tasks like housekeeping yourself the kind of atmosphere I was talking about. Okay. We have to talk with nilou. Just a moment. Okay. Let me take a sip asked, and now I suddenly only have 30 days. We have more shows planned, but it's impossible to do anything in just 30 days. How am I supposed to explain this to my customers and staff? That issue is of no concern to me, Mr. Zubair. You seem to understand the situation quite clearly. Perhaps you can reflect on the reasons why you have failed to prepare for the scenario in advance. Demolition. Why do they want to demolish this place? The academia has never liked us, and they've never respected our work. To them, what we do is all a waste of time. This isn't the first time they've come by. They had asked us several times in the past to improve the quality of our performances by only putting on shows they considered to be sufficiently intellectual. But our audience isn't the academia, it's the people of the Grand Bazaar. If our shows are too difficult to understand or to remove from everyday life, nobody would watch them anymore. Changing our content would not only mean turning our backs on our vision, it would also directly lead to the loss of our livelihoods. If the theater actually gets demolished, many people would become displaced. Yeah, the theater is very important to each and every one of us. The way they're doing things is so scummy. But I also don't know how we can stop them. I do not wish to explain everything again from the beginning. Time is of the essence, so you should act with haste instead of asking frivolous questions. But none of us plan to accept this. Such an abrupt notice is contrary to established policy. Ask whomever you will, the answer will remain the same. We have already given you sufficient notice. Enough. Does your audacity know no limits, Father? Huh, Father, their family. What academia? This is all because you don't like the Zubair Theater. You're just using the academia's name to threaten us. Let me tell you, even if you manage to tear this place down, nothing is going to change. You've always been awful, but I never thought my father would sink this low. This is strictly business. It has nothing to do with where you are, what you do, or what you think. I hope you all have not been irrevocably blinded by folly. I will not waste time on more pointless arguments. Wrap everything up and make preparations to shut down at once. Why is he always like that? This is quite the misfortune, but there's nothing we can do. That's it for today, everyone. Let's clean up. I'll go talk to them again tomorrow. The storms that come out of the blue are always the hardest to deal with. Alright. Let's... Give me a second. I'm like out of breath from talking that much. Sorry. I need to sneeze and it's not working. Okay, well, whatever. there's also no reason to go as far as to demolish the theater. So, it really has something to do with Inaya. After Inaya ran away from home, I brought her here to Zubair Theater. She rarely talks about her family. All I know is that she didn't get along with them. I never expected it to blow up like this. If you did nothing wrong, then there's no reason to listen to the academia, right? I can ask Naida to lend a hand. Naida? You mean Lesser Lord Kusanali? She'd probably help if she knew what was going on. No matter how nasty the academia could get, surely they can't win against Lesser Lord Kusanali. No, I wasn't doubting her ability. I just feel like we shouldn't bother her with such a trivial problem. Plus, if the Dendro Archon were to intervene, then it wouldn't feel like our victory was earned. That's true. Who cares? Let's just take them in a fight. We won't always be here. That's true. I'll try to think of something. We can't just let everyone suffer in a perpetual state of fear and uncertainty. What to do? Can you pretend to shut down, but secretly continue to hold your show somewhere else? Or we could go through a list of customers and try to see if anyone in there might be willing to help out. That one also doesn't sound like it'll work. I think a scholar once told me that debates... No. I think a scholar once told me that differences can be settled through a debate. A debate? Well, scholars do love to use them to solve their problems, but how would that work in this case? We just need to prove that the theater's existence has value. Oh, if we can prove to Inaya's father that the academia's position doesn't hold water, then they won't have a reason to demolish the theater. I see. Defeating him in a debate. It's a good idea, but which one of us could hope to win against a researcher? Me? Everyone gathers together after hearing Nilou's thoughts. Trying to best the academia in a debate is attempting the impossible. If you really want to try, I won't stop you. It's not like our situation can get any worse. I don't think it's entirely hopeless. To Sharif, Nilou's approach will come off as naive, but that kind of frankness is what they lack the most. Things might turn out differently from what you expect. I am in favor of such a romantic feat. No playwright will turn down a compelling underdog story. Sure, in fiction, but I'm not sure how well that will translate to reality. I'm not saying that I don't support you, Nilou. If you need my help, just say the word. Anything is better than just standing aside and watching the theater get demolished. I'm also pitching in. Let's show the academia that we have some fight in us. Thank you, everyone. I feel a lot less nervous with your support. Not to rain on your parade, but my father is a real hard guy to deal with. He is erudite, meticulous, demanding, and exceedingly familiar with rigorous logic. It'll be extremely difficult to beat him in a debate. You all already knew that, but you just didn't wonder Nilou's feelings. When all said and done, aren't you hurting her just the same? That's enough, Inaya. Me. Sorry, I ruined the mood. I just can't force myself to expect a positive outcome. Nilou shouldn't have to push herself for the sake of an impossible goal. There is nothing in this world that is impossible. Yeah, it's way too early to give up. You're right, Inaya. We're up against the academia. Everyone knows that they're very powerful. Being skeptical might actually be the more normal response. But I still want to try. I'm reluctant to just let Zubar Theater go. And it's not just me. I think everyone here feels the same way. If we're unhappy, we should speak up and let our voices be heard. Say what's on your mind and do what you think should be done. If we fail after that, then at least we won't have any regrets. I mean, after all, the only thing that we can control right now is our choice at this very moment. I understand what you're trying to say. I also have my own intense feelings of anger and regret. Then, could I trouble you to tell your father a better plan for a debate? You can still get in touch with your family, right? Yes, I can. I think I am ready. Okay. Okay, if we need to collect the thoughts. Mr. Zubair, we're trying to put together a list of arguments that might be useful. Any ideas? It won't be difficult to explain our position. They're in the wrong, and they know it. I have meticulously managed this theater's affair for years, and I have abided by every procedure and obtained every permit. I did all of that to protect ourselves. If something like this were to occur, I didn't expect them to disregard the rules altogether. This might have something to do with Inaya. Yes, I know, but anyone who's staying at the theater is one of us. If I can't even protect the members of the theater from outside pressure, then I have failed in my duty as a manager. In summary, you need sufficient confidence and strict adherence to the rule. At least for now, they don't have the authority to demolish the theater. As long as you double down on that point and force them to concede it, you'll gain an advantage. Alright, got it. I've seen many situations like this before. The academia sure likes to get its nose into everyone's business. While you prepare for the debate, I will also prepare the theater for potential aftermath. It's best to prepare for the worst outcome. Once you're done chatting, do me a favor and tell our customers that we're canceling all of our shows. Do we really have to? Right now, no one's in the right frame of mind to perform. I have to consider both our staff and our customers. This is the only way. Nilou, you are incredible. With your talent and youth, you had the least to lose out of all of us, and yet you were still the first to take a stand. I've never thought about leaving your theater. Mr. Zubair, why am I cutting out? I think it's because I'm getting quiet. I'm wondering if it's allergies instead of a cold because I had like a runny nose and drowsiness like a week ago, and then I was fine. Dunno. I've never thought about leaving your theater, Mr. Zubair. I truly love this place, and I want to keep dancing here. I also want to keep dancing with everyone else. You're becoming more and more like her. Do your best. We'll do all that we can and leave the rest to fate. Alright, let's talk to Kasani. Paimon doesn't really want to talk to him. So you've already developed some prejudices against me, and to think I was just about to put forward understood at all. I knew that the most sophisticated works are often the least appreciated, and yet somehow that provided me with little solace. I remained ever perplexed about this conundrum until I visited this theater and watched one of Nilou's performances. It was that life-changing. Everyone here had a joyous part in the overall experience. The actors upon the stage basked in the love of their audience, while those in the house immersed themselves in the wonderful ambiance. In all honesty, from a purely critical point of view, the performances here are exceedingly average. Hey, don't say something like that. But what bewildered me was how, despite the performance's middling quality, they captivated their whole audience. They captivated even me. I realized then that I had walked the wrong road. The mastery of art was never truly what I wanted. I left the so-called frontiers of artistic research and came to this theater, for this is where I can finally find what I seek. Art will no longer be a castle in the sky. Whether it be inspiring or entertaining, art must be appreciated by others to confer value. If art cannot accomplish that, then it is meaningless. When you put it that way, Mr. Severe and I refused to follow the Academia's orders to change our shows for a similar reason. To put it simply, we were afraid that our shows would lose their meaning if people couldn't understand them. I once stood in the spotlight, but I relinquished fame and acclaim for the freedom I enjoyed today. I care not for where my feet may take me next, but Nilou, you need to remember one thing. You already stand upon the finest stage there is, and that is a rare gift that should never be taken for granted. You cannot give it up, not even to the Academia. I understand. Thank you for your words of encouragement, Mr. Kasani. Dust the cobwebs away from the eyes of those scholars. Alright, and now we must talk to Rekar. But of course, my nose is runny, so I will be quickly blowing it. Okay, let's continue. I didn't expect you all to challenge the Academia. That reminded me of my younger years. Back then, I feared nothing and no one, and I was always charging into the most dangerous of places. I can't do things like that anymore, but those were some of the best times of my life. Sorry if the theater really ends up getting demolished, then sorry and unhappy will. It's alright. There's no can start acting soon. He was thrilled because he can soon perform on the same stage as you. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for our past struggles. And would Soren have become a happier person? That's hard to say. Are you trying to make us feel better? Yes, but I truly do mean what I say. Being here at the theater has taught me an important lesson. The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it. I can choose to believe that my life ended with my husband's death, or I can choose to believe that it was a blessing in disguise for Soren and Hobby. Similarly, even if this theater disappears, a new beginning might just be around the corner. Good and bad are all human-made concepts. It all depends on how we choose to see things. You have a point. Nilou, I know how important Super Theater is to you, but you don't have to be so nervous. We're all here with you. The theater won't go down so easily. Thank you, Miss Ricard. No need to thank me. If anything, you inspired me with your bravery. You might have what it takes to become an excellent adventurer. She's already a first-rate adventurer. You're too kind. Alright, I gotta cheer up. I can't waste everyone's words of encouragement. I feel a lot better. Good. My children and I will be cheering you on at the debate. Alright. We now must inform the customers of the shows being cancelled. Here is the theater actually closing. He has been worried sick for a while now. He wouldn't stop talking the whole way back. You do. What exactly happened? Did someone come down from the academia? Yes, he told us that we have to shut down the theater within 30 days, and that it's going to be demolished. What the heck? That came with no warning. They're messing with us again. Don't tell me you'll have to listen to him. Come on, you know the answer to that. Yeah, it is a direct order from the academia. There's no need to worry though. I am preparing for a public debate with the academia. If I win, we might be able to overturn things and change their minds. Really? That's terrific. You have my full support, no doubt about that. Mine too. So, what was their excuse anyway? They still not a fan of the theater's programs. Yeah, something like that. Good thing they have the power to make rash decisions about things they don't even understand. Yeah, they need to touch more grass, not bugs. Exactly. They want to look down on us. We'll look down on them first. Don't worry, everyone here has your back. The academia's recklessness won't get them any praise. Right? They might think that some forms of knowledge are more valuable than others, but everyone can equally appreciate art. If they don't believe that, send them my way. I got them beat on this subject. Maybe you can prepare some questions on the details of dance performance to make things harder for them at the debate. you seen Miss Inaya? No, Miss Nilou, Miss Inaya isn't back yet. Wasn't she just passing on a message? Does she really need this much time? Could she have started arguing with her father again? Oh no. Alishnana, Paimon, I think I messed up big time. What if Inaya never planned to come back? What? Calm down. It's just a gut feeling, but knowing her, she probably feels like she is completely responsible for what happened. She probably thinks that all of this happened because she was staying here. Alright, as soon as her father showed up, she said that her father was targeting her, so she's felt like this whole time. She has a long-standing conflict with her father. That's why she ran away from home. She doesn't think that we can win the debate, and she doesn't want to implicate us, so she thought leaving was the best thing to do. So, even after we decided to go for the debate, she still couldn't bring herself to support it. And then she just quietly left afterward. She's too harsh on herself. No one should bear all the blame. Exactly. She's being too pessimistic. How will you know if you don't try? Anyway, first things first, we have to get her back. But where should we start? Sumeru is huge. I think I might know. Let's start by looking outside the city. Before I brought her to Severe Theater, she was staying at a remote campsite. She got a fever from drinking unclean water, so I carried her back. If she has nowhere else to go after leaving the theater, she might go back and strike out on her own again. Then let's go take a look. Yes, let's hurry. Alright, let's go look for her. No, I need to sneeze again. So sorry about that. So sorry. Okay, let's go look at the campsite. There are signs that someone had stayed here very recently, but we can't confirm if it was Inaya or not. Let's take a look around first. Ah! Did you hear that? I heard a voice. Is it Inaya? I heard it too. Let's investigate. Oh. I think this is kind of a fun way to bring people to a location. Oh my god, I have to fight them. Oh, there she is. I've never used nilou before. Oh, I really like the way that her playstyle is. Okay, let's go talk to Inaya. Thank you. There weren't so many big animals in this area before. They chased me If you were the reason that all of this happened, no one would blame you. Mr. Zubair said that you're one of us, so that means we will protect you. No matter what happens, we'll stand as one. Nilou, there will always be a victim, whether it's me or the leader. You can't eat your cake and have it too. You can't win a debate against the academia, especially since your opponent will be my father. Why are you so sure of this? My father is an extremely demanding man. He's always wanted me to become an exceptional researcher and his academic successor. I tried my best to meet his expectations and did everything I could, but he still wasn't satisfied, or rather, he had just never been satisfied with me. I'm no genius, but whenever he berated me, it was always as if he was asking me, why aren't you a genius? Yeah, like I'd know. So that's why you ran away from home. At first, I thought that father would slowly come to terms with reality, but he just wouldn't stop berating me. For one exam, I earned the third highest score. I thought that all my hard work had finally paid off, that I could finally make father feel some modicum of joy. I even used the embroidery skills I learned at school to make a commemorative gift for him. I thought even this daughter can make her father happy sometimes, right? I see. When we were importing your gift before, I didn't feel like you were new at it. Yeah, sorry for not bringing it up. These are not pleasant memories for me. I was tired of him yelling at me every day. All I wanted was to see him smile at me. But he was more angry than ever before. No, I'm reading it with the wrong, intonation. But he was more angry than ever before once I'd given him my embroidery and told him my score. He flung my present to the side. You think you should be proud of third place. Reflect on why you weren't first. I forgot how long I had cried for. I only remember my parents arguing. My mother also thought he went overboard. They argued for such a long time. My father eventually stormed out and slammed the door behind him. I didn't get a single sentence of apology or any words of comfort. I've completely given up. We're destined to never understand each other. How horrible. I don't think you can beat him in a debate because he doesn't even understand what kind of place a theater is. He can never understand the relationship performers have with their audience. His life is devoid of camaraderie or friendship. Oh my god. I am so sick. He just wants everything to happen according to his wishes, as if the world revolves around him. What we cherish, our little place in this world, means nothing to him. It sounds like your past has had a huge impact on you. I understand now, Inaya. But when we were preparing for the debate, I heard something quite wise. Maybe it'll help you. I think we need to give her Rikar's opinion. worked so hard to find. Oh, let the past stay in the past. You don't have to be so hard on yourself anymore. This is your new beginning. Hold on, I have to blow my nose. I'm so sorry. Okay, I think I'm good now. When I ran away from home, I swore that I would leave my family conflict behind. But you're right, all I'm doing now is falling right back into it. Maybe you'll disappoint him, but that doesn't matter. You have a new future waiting for you. Don't let go of the answer you've worked so hard to find. That's right. If we put our heads together, there's bound to be a way. You're right. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm not trying to meet his expectations, so why should I give up because of him? I can't afford to lose anything anymore. We have to win. The debate will not only protect the Zubair theater, but will also allow me to settle things with my father. That's right. That's the spirit. Let's go. I'll tell my father about the debate. I know him very well. Even if he looks down on us, I know how to make him accept. Alright, let's go. Alright, so I think it's pretty much time for the debate at the academia. Well, oh my goodness, why is it not picking me up? Well, I'm off to meet with him. Please wait for me here. Okay, looking forward to your good news. Phew, that should be everything. The only thing left to do now is wait until the debate. I'm not sure why, but I'm getting nervous again. You were great, nilou. Your words went over Inaya. Talk like that during the debate, and you'll get an easy win. Thanks for that, Paimon. But I still feel like it'll be an uphill battle. I need to be calmer, cooler, and more collected. We haven't broken any rules. Lots of people are rooting for us. Yeah, I'm acting as everyone's representative, so I'll need to act brave, even if I won't feel like it. There's still one problem. Fingers crossed. Alright. Oh, and now we wait for 2 days later. Gorgeous. Alright. Oh, I didn't wait long enough. Oh, whoopsie. 1500. Okay, great. Go to the theater and witness the debate, okay? Hello and welcome everyone. I am someone, a scholar from the academia, and I will serve as this debate's adjudicator. Adjudicator. Don't know. I swear to judge both parties with the utmost wisdom and impartiality. I will neither interfere with the proceedings nor demonstrate bias. I ask for both parties to stand. May the Dendro Archon also serve as a witness to this duel of wits. Since you so desperately demand an explanation, I will expound on the Academia's stance. You may have misunderstood us from the outset and believe that the Academia is prejudiced against you. However, the truth is that the Academia wishes for every resident of Sumeru to be afforded opportunities to grow and cultivate their wisdom. Therefore, the works they consume should also possess enlightening qualities and intellectual value. We have failed to identify these qualities in the shows performed at Sumeru Theater. In other words, instead of struggling against the Academia in pointless confrontations, if you had spent your time reflecting on improving the quality of your shows and enlightening your audience, Zubair Theater would not be Zubair Theater would not be today facing such a tragic fate. Aggressive from the get-go, he is really putting on the pressure. Can Nilou stand her ground? Come down, Nilou. First, carefully analyze what he said. He said that we were shut down not because the Academia looks down on the arts, but rather because the shows aren't up to their standards. However, I think the ground's opinion will be correct. Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior. In your eyes, our shows can't meet the Academia's expectations. Shouldn't it be the audience who decides if a show is intellectual or enlightening? Why is someone from the Academia judging that? Also, I believe that there is no such thing as a wiser or more enlightening performance. Art doesn't discriminate, and it appeals to all. Everyone has the right to appreciate art. Appreciation is but a primitive form of satisfaction. Guidance and enlightenment are necessary if we are to induce growth in the performers as well as the audience. This stands hold performers to a higher standard and encourages the development of the arts. If all performances are simple-minded, require little effort to comprehend, and lack any impetus for the betterment of society, should say here is Kasani's opinion about the meaning of art. Someone at our theater has tried that before. He was a banned artist, but he recognized that very few people could connect with his works. I agree that art should be enlightening, but we can't pursue that goal by creating complicated works. If a work can't tap into an audience's personal experiences or feelings, then its contents may as well be a castle in the sky. What's the point of performing a show that its audience can't even follow? That would only be forcing people to watch something they don't like. You can only reach that conclusion from a place of ignorance. In that case, before passing judgment, you should first become a better dancer than me. You tell him, nilou. Looks like he's backed himself into a corner. As the party holding burden of proof, Sharif's have failed to provide sufficient support for his judgment of the quality of Zubair's theater's programs. Likewise, the definition that nilou put forth is but her personal opinion. Neither party is the victor for this particular point of contention. Additionally, I must request that both parties exercise greater control on their emotions. Keep it up, nilou. You're doing great. In that case, I shall speak of more concrete matters. The essence of this issue is that you have violated the law, so you must now pay the price for your transgression. This course of action is also completely procedurally sound. We have already contacted Zubair Theater multiple times regarding the theater's repertoire. However, you have consciously ignored our warnings, or perhaps your compliance was purely superficial. Regardless, that failure has indirectly led to the present day's proceedings. That is indeed so, according to the laws decreed by the Academia. He's starting to talk about procedural stuff, so I need to focus on Zubair's opinion, because he does all of the legal stuff. Mr. Zubair has already provided signed copies of all documentation related to our operations. Everything is perfectly filled out and valid. Although the theater's performances don't align with the Academia's requests, the law doesn't say that Zubair Theater can be demolished only because of that reason. Demolition notices need to be provided in writing and made available to the public. Otherwise, the theater can continue to operate as long as its license is valid. Failing to follow these rules makes your stance procedurally unsound. Yeah. That's right. There are different ways to apply the rules. There is precedent for this. So long as this matter is discussed within the Academia, this course of action will come to pass. Looking at the past 27 cases of similar nature, 90% of them support Sharif's claim and position. However, the demolition process in those cases was only started after discussion at the Academia. In other words, premature notice of demolition is indeed a rash act. That's more than enough. We've proven that the order is unreasonable as it currently stands. To seize your futile resistance. Nilou's definitely won this point, right? She still can't let her guard down. Hold fight back. You're right. Stay focused, nilou. Even if permission for demolition is yet to be obtained, it is a fact that your performances violated the Academia's policies on numerous occasions. Based on that fact, we can permanently revoke your right to perform in Sumeru. Under the current system, it is indeed possible to immediately revoke Zubair Theater's performance. wants to stay with us, and she's starting to look forward to a new future. Superior theater exists for them, for every single one of us. Perhaps superior theater has provided you with a multitude of positive emotions and experiences. However, you have misconstructed something, young miss. The interpersonal relationships you speak of were established upon normal theater operations. Shakespeare operates the theater for his livelihood. His employees work for their wages, and the audience comes to enjoy performances. Relationships are merely a byproduct in this exchange of interest. They may be pleasant and captivating, but they can only ever be secondary. When scholars collaborate to solve different problems, we freely share our knowledge and resources with one another, as if we were all kin. However, this collaboration ends after the results of our work are published. The reason is simple. We are scholars, and there are new projects that await our attention. He really doesn't think much of relationships. My man also thinks he did a lot of prep. He has been solid as a rock. Sharif's argument is currently the more persuasive. Wow, I'm just messing up every word. Is currently the more persuasive of the two for this point of contention. The continuance of interpersonal relationships nilou spoke of remains hypothetical before the theater's demolition, whereas the situation that Sharif described has been well documented at the academia. The academia has made significant academic contributions in no small part due to its researchers' efficiency and ability to compartmentalize. Oh no, what should we do? Things are going in the opposite direction. Patience, Paimon. Nilou might be setting him up. A setup, so Nilou's got him. Good, he has said what he said. The next argument could decide this debate. But is this really the best thing to do? It might be too cruel doing that. She already agreed to this. She wants to win no matter what. Me too. Mr. Sharif believes that interpersonal relationships are a byproduct of working towards a goal. Once that goal is achieved or abandoned, those relationships would have no more reason to continue. Then, if someone has failed to live up to his expectations, if someone has failed to live up to your expectations and ran away from home, then she shouldn't be your daughter anymore, right? Inaya. Sorry, Nilou. As expected, I should be the one to say it. You don't need to shoulder this responsibility for me. If in your eyes the purpose of my existence is to become your academic successor, then that goal has ended in complete failure. By your logic, that means there is no reason to sustain our relationship as father and daughter. Members of the audience who do not belong to either debate party, please speak with caution. Let her speak. What she does not say, Nilou will. No matter how many disagreements we've had, the truth is that you are still my father. You're so immersed in your own world that you can't understand why we come together for the sake of relationship. was exerting pressure on you and hoping you'd give up on your lofty expectations. But by doing that, wasn't I just doing the same thing as you? I won't force my expectations upon you anymore. At Surveyor Theater, I have found the life I've always wanted. I will move on from my family troubles and strive towards my new goal. But if you dare to harm this place, then I will stand here with my friends and fight against you. This is not the time to space out, Sharif. The debate is still underway. You already consider them to be your friends. You should be asking us that question. Of course we are. Miss Anaya is a really good friend. It was a bit of a process, but we won her over. Make no mistake, all those who come to Surveyor Theater become one of us. We will always be with her. Oh, such brutal simplicity, however. It is surprisingly a relief. Wait, what are you? Oh, never mind. They left. Does that mean we've won? We won. Nilou, you're amazing. Fantastic job. Inaya was also brilliant. I relaxed for a moment and I feel a little faint. It looks like he still has a place for her in his heart. Terrific work, Nilou and Inaya. They likely won't cause any more trouble for us. Didn't know you could get so fierce. I have a lot of newfound respect for you too. This really took a lot out of me though. I don't ever want to do this again. Both Miss Nilou and Miss Anaya were so cool. Should we throw a second round of celebrations? The curtain finally falls on the debate. We have to talk to Nilou. Oh, it's you. Feeling any calmer? Yes, I feel a lot better. The more I think back on everything, the more surreal it all feels. I don't think I could repeat what I did a second time. All of our preparations paid off. Yes, and it's all thanks to you. Now that I have heard everyone else's stories, I want to hear yours. I see. You mean how fate brought me to the theater, right? Then I'll have to tell you about my teacher, who Mr. Zubair had mentioned. anymore. So I try to do them all in one take. You're just gonna have to bear with me. Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to our newest member, Inaya. Hello everyone. She'll be dancing for us from now on, so please give her your support. Inaya's taken her place on the stage. Paimon wonders how she'll look when she starts dancing. When you stop and think about it, happy endings like this sure aren't easy to come by. A lot of things came together to make it happen. Nilou's effort, everyone's wisdom, Anaya's determination, and Sharif's mercy. Huh? What do you mean by that? He didn't have to agree to the debate. You do have a point there. The whole demolition thing was going overboard, but he really could have banned Nilou and the others from dancing. If he really wanted to be ruthless, he could have done some real damage, even without winning the debate. Oh well, it's not like we can understand how people like him think. Let's focus on watching the performance. Agreed. Huh, wait, look who the cat dragged in. Isn't that Inaya's father? Let's go greet him. Oh, it's you too. I don't have much to do today, so I just came to look around this place. Are you looking for Inaya? No, I am simply here to watch a performance. There is no need to trouble her. Shouldn't you be busy? Well, I was for a time. My loss at the debate caused quite the loss of base for the academia, so there was a period of unrest. I used this opportunity to suggest that my superiors temporarily suspend me from duty. Otherwise, the rumors would probably persist for even longer. Suspended from duty. Yes, I am temporarily unemployed. However, I now have an abundance of time, so I can afford to come here and watch a show. I admit that I do not understand the magic that this theater possesses, but my curiosity has been piqued. I still cannot forget that young lady's perseverance. Anaya would almost certainly mature in the presence of such a person. So you're still concerned about your daughter. There are no parents who do not worry about their children. I suppose she managed to hit a weak spot of mine. Never mind, I do not have the right to say that. You're already here, so you might as well go see her. No, that is not necessary. I will take my leave after the show concludes. Do not tell her that I was here. Come on, who knows if you'll get a chance like this again. But, you said you were going to make peace with your past, show your father how much you've grown. Don't be nervous. Everyone at Super Theater has your back. Hey, let's go somewhere else. We should give them some space. You sure they'll be okay? I don't know, but I think we should have faith in them. Yes, Inaya. I have something for you. let's have